よいよですよ。いよいよですね。3位決定戦、そしてグランドファイナルシズウェーブ、さらにはグランドファイナル決勝戦はウルブズ VS ゼータディ、こちら GG がホーム権を得ているようです。決められたものだとは思われます。さあ、ケンマさん、改めて GG バーサイバーに、崩されないことですよね。はい、GG サバイバーは本的に読み切った策を備え、相手にとってもかなり結構解読機は多めの分ですね。ショーンは右下の興奮。
GG Hunter going against AXIZ survivors. It will be Goatman on Chinatown. Looks like he wasn't able to run into Nyan, the antiquarian. Instead, he'll be going around this building. She went right through, so he will not be able to run into the survivor, and he will be transitioning away towards Tuna, which is the priestess. Also very strong in this area because there's lots of buildings, so she can make a lot of portals in between these buildings and get quite a lot of distance. Hunter going back towards the middle of the map. He will be running into Ado, who also is not the survivor he's looking for. It is the puppeteer, but it does look like he's going to be chasing the survivor first. He's able to throw down this pallet and try to stay in between obstacles so that when the hunter sets up a cage, we will have some kind of buffer zone. We'll be able to take the hit while in his puppet form, so it's only a 25% damage. Hunter will just be breaking these pallets. The survivor will have to transition away, setting up another. Oh, he's going to block him off from getting out of this area, is going to go into his puppet form and break this cage and utilize this one window inside of hotel at 50% damage by utilizing his puppet, and will be utilizing his third and final puppet, which means the hunter can hit him outside of the cage and the survivor will still go down. Looks like he's trying to hide behind this pallet or go to the second floor, but hunter will finally be able to down this survivor for the first time. Cypher machines at 75, 76, and 47, and then fourth cypher machine at 11 seconds, 11% with barely any progress, and it looks like we'll have one in order on the antiquarian. Will the survivors come in for the rescue? If we do see the traits, being chased as puppeteer first is very good for the side of the survivors because all the remainder of the three survivors all have Tight Turner. Will be taking the hit and getting the save off onto the puppeteer with Tight Turner. Hunter utilizing his cage to try to back into the survivor, is able to take the hit, but it's at 25%. So he's still up and running. However, he can't use his puppet ability even if Tight Turner finishes. It looks like he just plans to go down here in this corner of the second story. We see that Priestess already has another portal that she can work with. Oh, Hunter is going to utilize his cage to drop down this survivor. Nyan is in this area, so the Hunter now has to be very careful backing into the survivor with the cage. Is able to get that 50% damage. She's going to be escaping the Hunter by going through this portal. The Hunter will be cleaning up these portals here so that the survivors can't suddenly appear and harass this hunter and stop him from chairing this survivor. We'll be able to chair the puppeteer for the second time, but that means the only survivor that was decoding was the first officer. It does seem like their two cipher machines have been able to be completed. The third cipher machine at 47 hasn't moved, the fourth cipher machine at 39, and the last cipher machine at 29%. Hunter will be approaching Nyan. Nyan was healed up, so it looks like she'll be breaking this cage and heading her way to the chair. Is able to get the hit onto the antiquarian as she gets the save before the puppeteer expires. Hunter backing into the puppeteer. Puppeteer going back and forth, a lot of back and forth here, able to dodge the hunter, but isn't able to avoid him for long. Will be taking the hit for the final time, will be going down. We see that the priestess again, once again, supporting with the portals and bringing the antiquarian into the hunter and away from the hunter. We can see Puppeteer had died in the very corner, which means Hunter will possibly set up a cage to make it to the chair, but it doesn't look like he will. Looks like he's just going to pick him up and take him to the chair since there is one very close by. Survivors are trying to prime up the last cipher machines. We can see the Hunters all going to be running into Nyan and Tuna, and will be able to down the priestess. So that's a very big win for the Hunter since she is a pesky little survivor that can just move around the map so quickly and easily. She also has another portal. It looks like the Kakaka, the first officer, is coming in for the rescue. Hunter is swinging, but he isn't able to quite locate the main body. The after image is very confusing. Will utilize his pocket watch once again. Hunter will be setting up a cage and getting the hit onto the first officer. He's making it to the chair. He will be able to get the save before half with tight turn up, but the priestess will be taking the hit right away. So as long as they prime up the last cipher machine, they will be able to do something about it. But the hunter has chaired the survivors near the last cipher machine. It looks like the hunter wants more. He has gotten the 25% damage on the first officer and is able to avoid getting hit once again. He does have a pocket watch in 3 seconds. Is he going to be forced to use his item? He is avoiding this hunter, pretending to break, going through, and will be taking the down onto the first officer. And we can see that the priestess is healing up the antiquarian, so things are actually looking good once again. The hunter did change targets, so this is buying survivors time for them to to heal up the survivors and take turns. And hunter will be going right through. Oh my goodness, he ran into Nyan. Wonderful prediction on the side of this hunter. He expected a survivor to go through the portal and come for the rescue. Wonderful stun, disarming this hunter. Free rescue off of the chair, and the hunter is now going back to the chair. He does have enough resentment for 2 cages, and it looks like he's going to have to follow the blood trails of the survivor to look for this first officer. It looks like the first officer, oh, we have a abnormal, and it is brought back to 13 or 3%, but it looks like the hunter will be able to cage the antiquarian and is going to be breaking this pallet here. She's doing a very good job avoiding the hunter in between these pallets. Hunter going through the cage and is able to flywheel and avoid getting hit once again. He needs to set up another cage if he wants to get that. It looks like he's going to be taking the 25% damage onto the antiquarian. First officer has been healed, and the hunter is continuously pursuing her, is able to get the 25 damage on her once again. Now she's at half health, but she's buying so much time for her teammates. Hunter will be setting up another cage, trying to run into her. She was able to get the pallet fall. Hunter, isn't able to get the pallet fall once again as she continues to try to fake break this cage, and if there was an opportunity she might have broken it, but it looks like he will be able to chair this antiquarian for the second time. However, both survivors are healed up to full health, and now the hunter is going for checking the tunnel cipher machine, but the survivors have already abandoned it after the hunter abnormal. The hunter will be setting up 2 cages running into the first officer, but wasn't able to capture him, so now he had to set up another cage and finally gets the hit onto the first officer. However, there was a backdoor save onto the antiquarian. He's going to utilize his pocket watch, and the hunter is trying to trap him in the cage. He is going up the stairs, so he could set up a cage, but it's very confusing to go up and down the cage when there's a difference of elevation, and the hunter has to be very careful not to drop himself down off of the second story. Will be leaving the first officer since the first officer has utilized his pocket watch. He's going to go and look for a safer, easier target. We see antiquarian has a little bit of stick left, but she was also healed to 100%. Hunter is going to set up a cage and get the hit off onto the antiquarian very early on. They have 3 additional ciphers that are being primed. They're all on this half of the map, and the hunter's just doing a very good job going back and forth. They're barely able to get any progress on a lot of the cipher machines. The most they have is 42, but the hunter keeps going back and forth and isn't allowing any more. And he also has abnormal up and available again. Will be trying to take the down onto the first officer will be taking the down and will be going down for, I believe it's the second time to be chaired. And it looks like Tuna was hiding inside of hotel, and she's making her way to the cipher machine. Whichever survivor the hunter chases, the other survivor will come for the rescue. Hunter will be going after Nyan, who is at half health, and it looks like he was able to cage. She was able to avoid getting hit, and the priestess is also coming in for the save. Nyan doing a very good job avoiding this hunter. Priestess suddenly decoding that cipher machine. Hunter double caging, trying to get the priestess down as well, but priestess is at half health, so she can take the hit and go for the rescue. Hunter will go for the Nyan, wonderful stun on the side of this hunter, is able to break this cage and make it to the pallet. Set up another cage and a pallet set on the side of the hunter. And yeah, she's leaving the cipher machine now. She's in quite a lot of danger. Hunter is going to utilize abnormal, but he has used it already, so the amount of cipher progress taken away isn't as much as when he first used it. We'll be breaking all the portals so the survivors can't run around and hide back and forth. It looks like the hunter is going after this antiquarian, is able to get that pallet fall, getting ready to set up a cage. resentment stacking up pretty well, so it's easier. Oh, he's gonna be running into the priestess, but she escaped by going through the portal and going to the second floor. It looks like Hunter will be following her to the second floor. The pallet here is gone. She's gonna catch up. Is gonna set up a portal and avoid getting hit by the cage. But the Hunter is going to be running into the... Oh, Survivor isn't able to make it through the cage. However, the Cypher Machine is almost primed at 98%. This is the first chair for the second chair. Second chair. Yeah, it's the second chair for the priestess. Cypher machines have been popped because the priestess doesn't even have borrowed time. The only survivor with borrowed time is first officer. Looks like it's going to be the endgame. Survivors are going for at least a one-man escape. Hunter, a little hiccup with a cage here, is going to be going after this first officer at full health. Hunter has detention, so if he can hit him inside of his cage, he will be able to down the first officer. We see the exit gate is being opened at 65%. Can the Hunter make it to the opposite exit gate? It looks like he's going to chair the first officer instead and secure his 3-man elimination.
試合でしたか。
いや本当にあそこターニングポイントね。いやヤンの痺れましたね、旋回で。
中華街羊ミラーマッチ。妻子の右死神出没型Kakiri。
AXIZ Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be Goatman on Chinatown. It looks like he's heading towards TX, who is a psychologist, but it looks like he's heading away from the psychologist. Not your most ideal survivor, since she does take quite a lot of hits to down, and especially if she's hit outside of the cage, it's going to take even longer. So it does look like the Hunter is going towards the middle. We do see there is the mechanics bot here, and will the Hunter go after it? Looks like he does want to down this bot and stop the Cypher from being decoded, is able to cage this bot and will be able to take the down on the bot. Hunter now sees where the mechanic is, since the bot has been taken down. It alerts the Hunter in the general location, not the general location, the exact location of this mechanic. Will be caging this mechanic and will be attempting to hit her, but she's doing a very good job avoiding this hit by hiding behind these walls of this building. Is going to be taking this hit eventually, as she is caught a little further away from the edge of the cage, is waiting behind, going back and forth. Oh, wonderful mind game on the side of this Goatman, is able to take out this mechanic fairly quickly. We do see the bot was already dropped once again on the corner of this house building, and the Hunter is going to be carrying this mechanic. Will he also be taking the bot down as well? It looks like there's also a priestess in this game, similar to the first half. So Hunters are just allowing the priestess to roam around this map, and it looks like she will be coming in for the rescue first. Waiting around here at this pallet, and the mechanic is decoding with her bot. We have a itty-bitty portal there. Hunter will be getting the hit onto the priestess, getting the save for half with Ty Turner. Hunter is caging this mechanic and will be getting the hit onto her right away. And it doesn't look like a double down situation. Mechanic will be going to the corner and dying as far away as possible from the survivors and her teammates, which are the survivors, and her bot. And it looks like the Hunter will be able to pick her up and chair her for the second time. You can see the dungeon is also in this corner. We'll be bringing her towards the restaurant or souvenir shop. And it looks like Priestess has one in order. It doesn't look like she's going to be coming for the rescue anyways, because she is at half health and she is decoding. Kakao is already coming in for the rescue. It is the Gravekeeper, and will be taking the hit out of his shovel and will be able to break this cage. Hunter setting up another cage to cut him off away from this mechanic. Mechanic still has a little bit of time. He can't just take a hit and go for the rescue, which he will be doing. Is able to get the rescue before she expires with Ty Turner. Hunter will be concentrating on this mechanic to secure his first down. And it looks like she's just concentrating on decoding with her bot that barely has any availability life left, and it looks like she will be waiting to go down in this corner. Hunter's already at full presence, and she will be going down for the third and final time. 3 Cypher machines have been completed, and the 4th Cypher machine at 85, the 5th Cypher machine at 27%. Hunter will be most likely looking for... Oh, we also see the Priestess was also healed up, so things are looking good for the side of the survivors. They have a lot of progress. The 4th Cypher machine's almost done. There are 4 survivors up and running. We see the Hunters now going towards TX. Also not a very good chase, because you have to hit her quite a lot, and that will allow the survivors to prime up the last Cypher. But the Hunter does have a lot of more resentment that piles up faster because he is at full presence, is able to get the first hit onto the psychologist. Now her long distance healing may not be too much of an issue for the hunter to counter. Will be able to get the hit right away. So very quick back-to-back hits on the side of this hunter. She's going up to the second floor. Kakao is waiting around, and the hunter is seemingly changing targets to PPJA. PPJA is the only survivor that's at full health. It looks like she's going to utilize her portals to transition away. There's a world portal right next to this corner. Inside of this corner house, she's going to be waiting for the hunter to follow her, and the hunter will be getting rid of this global portal. It can be quite... It looks like the psychologist has gone down. When did she go down? Did she heal? It looks like she did a long distance healing, possibly did a long distance healing. And the last Cypher Machine at 43%, an additional Cypher Machine at 10%. Hunter is now making his way towards where TX used to be, but looks like TX has gotten up. Hunter now going right back to the Priestess. She has one portal to still work with, so she can avoid getting caged. Is able to avoid that cage. Hunter's going to be breaking this cage because he wasn't able to get the Priestess. Priestess saying, "Help me, I'm out of here." And it looks like Hunter will be running into Kakao next at full health. The psychologist also can take up to 2 hits. Priestess at full health, so things are looking good for the side of the survivors, but they're unable to prime up this last Cypher. And Hunter has Blink, so he doesn't have Abnormal unless he decides to change his trait. But it looks like the Gravekeeper is doing a very good job avoiding getting hit by this Hunter. He's going to be breaking this cage. We see TX is hiding in that little corner behind the box. It's not a corner. At the building next to, hiding behind the box next to the building. The building next to the... it looks like Hunter's doing a lot of back and forth. He's able to get him out of his shovel. Now the Gravekeeper doesn't have any items left. Hunter will change the teleport and teleport to PPJA's Cypher Machine. Is able to cage her this time, doubling back, but she's already transitioned away, hiding behind the boxes. Hunter will be able to get the hit onto the Priestess. She is at half health. Now she has to be careful of getting caged again. Is able to cage her and hit her right away at this pallet. It's like he just knew where she was going to go, and is able to down this Priestess for the first time. We can see all 3 Cypher Machines have around 40%, 30% progress. Hunter is going to be bringing her and chairing her here at the middle next to Hotel, which is where TX is currently working on her Cypher Machine. The Gravekeeper is also in this area, is going to be caging her Cypher Machine. Is able to avoid getting hit. Hunter was going back to the chair, double cage, and is able to get the hit onto the Gravekeeper, injuring the Gravekeeper, but the Priestess is up and running. She set up a cage, not a cage, portal, oh my goodness, and is able to destroy this portal. Looks like he's going to search for the Gravekeeper next, and is unable to down him quite yet. He had a Magician's Stick, was able to utilize it to mind game this Hunter. He's having a hard time locating it. He's going to be so caging the Cypher Machine at where the psychologist is. She still needs to take 2 more hits to go down, but it looks like he's going around hitting all of the survivors. Survivors are regrouping, healing up once again. It looks like the Hunter will be caging the psychologist again. Psychologist is able to make it. No, she's going to break the... Oh yes, she's going to be breaking. No, she's going to pretend to break it and go right through. Hunter is going to be able to down this psychologist. We have the heal onto the Priestess, and he will be chairing the psychologist for the first time. Kakao now is decoding another Cypher Machine on the opposite side of the map where the dungeon is close by to. Hunter will be chairing this psychologist nearby Kakao's Cypher Machine and will be attempting to cage. No, he's being very patient here. Oh, we got a backdoor rescue by the Priestess. Hunter is able to notice this and not allow her to get away. Is going to be getting the down on the hit onto the Priestess. She's still at she's not half health, and Hunter caging the Priestess is going to be able to get the hit. She's going to go right through and is able to win the mind game and down this Priestess next. Cypher Machines have been popped. It is endgame. There's 3 survivors available, but the Hunter is able to chair this Priestess because she did not have borrowed time, and neither does Psychologist. The only survivor with borrowed time is the Gravekeeper. We'll be chairing this Priestess for the second time, it seems. And now he's checking for where the survivors are hiding. TX is nearby the lantern exit gate, but not quite there. Is going to be caging that area so that the survivors can't open up that exit gate quite yet. Survivors are being very cautious in approaching the exit gates. We see that the Gravekeeper is nearby the Priestess's chair. Hunter is he's gonna get the backdoor rescue onto the Priestess. Hunter is gonna cage both of the survivors. Is doing a lot of mind games here. It's been broken, by the Gravekeeper, setting up a cage, and is able to get another Magician Stick, but Tierajok and down this Gravekeeper. So it looks like the exit gate is being opened by TX, and it's open. He just, oh my goodness, he's going to be dropping down this Gravekeeper. He's going to teleport to TX's Cypher Machine, force her out, and now he needs to look for PPJA. If he can't get this 3-man elimination, that's a win for game 1 on the side of GG. So he has to get the down onto this Priestess, but he also needs to chair this Gravekeeper, but the exit gate is open. Looks like he's going to go towards Kukao, and it looks like he's going to be chairing this Gravekeeper to make sure that he can at least secure a 2-man elimination. Is that the case? Is he going towards the chair? He is able to chair this Gravekeeper. PPJA is making it to the exit gate. Hunter is going to be setting up a cage, but oh, she is not caged inside. Looks like she kept a safe distance away from the exit gate that has been opened. She does have one portal to work with. Is she going to go for another backdoor rescue? If Hunter can cage him, he's going to cage him. He's going to cage him, and is able to get the backdoor rescue and go back. Kukao is going to be running into this Hunter. He just needs a swing. He has detention. He can still down this Gravekeeper without having to cage, but he wants to make sure that the exit gate is being guarded as well. He needs to do 2 things at once. Oh my goodness. He doesn't want to give the lead to GG. All the survivors are going for it. Oh, the Priestess takes a hit, and the Gravekeeper gets the exit, and there's a 2-man escape for the side of GG survivors.
難しい。羊側もね、急に自身の立ち位置を被害としては最小限という形ですね。はい。作戦を立てれないゾーンですよね。ほんとこうエンジニアとかではなく患者にして、両者特別なことはせずにという。あっと高子右下組。左右で構えたツナ、仲直りも。
Survivors, it will be opera singer on Moonlit River Park. She's making her way into 2-story. Nyan has already left 2-story. It is the prisoner with the full kiting belt, so he does plan to take the first chase. As we can see, he has flywheel and knee-jerk reflex. He has no end traits and no supporting traits, and it looks like Hunter's going to be going back to a remnant to try to catch him off guard on the other side of this building, but Nyan was very patient, waited in the middle, and returned back inside of 2nd story when the Hunter went back to a remnant. He is going to be catching up here real soon. He's going to use a stun, but the Hunter was too far away. Will be taking the first hit as he makes his way and jumps down the 2nd story window. Hunter is going to follow right down as he transitions to the corner walls here. Has a lot of pallets to work with and is a very pretty good kiting area, so it looks like the Hunter will be going out of her shadow form, returning to her shadow form, trying to catch him as he vaults, but this patient is incredibly patient. He doesn't take any rash moves, he just waits and lets the Hunter outplay, outthink him, overplay, whichever one that works. He's gonna, oh, unfortunately Hunter was very patient with that flywheel, waited till the flywheel was done and then swung, so downing the survivor for the first time. We can't see, the Cypher Machine is usually around this area with the Sangria. It does look like she'll be running into Atto very soon. Atto, needs to be very careful not to give any free hits. Was able to avoid getting injury, and she will be making her way towards the chair. We see that one Cypher Machine has been completed, the 2nd Cypher Machine at 78 and the 3rd Cypher Machine at 76. A new Cypher is beginning. Is going to be eating the hit here and getting a save before half with Tight Turner. Hunter will be going straight for this prisoner. We see the Gardener is going to be hiding and going in the complete opposite direction, so she does not get a double down situation. Hunter will be concentrating on this prisoner and try to chair him for the 2nd time as quickly as possible. Gonna take the route of going up the second stop platform, and will be able to chair this prisoner. Hunter's already at full presence. She's going to go as close as possible to the corner walls, since that's where the Gardener is, and we can see we have significant progress on all 5 Cypher Machines. 2 have been completed, the rest of them are getting worked, and it looks like, very extremely fast down. Oh, it's because they were planning to get the backdoor save. It all makes sense now. It was able to get that backdoor save. Hunter's on Nyan once again. Takakao getting a free rescue at full health, but we did sacrifice the Gardener. Is going to finally utilize his stun. Being very patient here at this pallet. It is able to throw down this pallet, buying a little more time for the survivors, but it is, it's going to look like he's outlasting Tight returner, which is very good for the side of the survivors, and being very patient here at this pallet. Oh, loses a mind game and will be able to go down for the third and final time. We see the last three ciphers have significant progress, but they need to be finished quickly. We see the gardener has gone back up. She was healed up, so she still has self-heal available, and it looks like the hunter will be heading towards Kakaka and Ado. They were able to finish that last cipher machine. 3 cipher machines have been completed, 2 cipher machines at 70%, 80%, and it looks like Hunter will be going after Kakaka, but not the best chase because he does have 2 pocket watches to utilize. Gardener may have been the better chase. If she does get a bubble, she could wait it out and get the down. Looks like she's going to be doubling back and going towards the gardener as soon as the first officer utilizes his pocket watch. So it looks like she was trying to bait out the items and down this gardener incredibly quickly. However, cipher progress is looking incredibly good, and the remaining 3 survivors all have borrowed time. So Hunter is going to be teleporting to the first officer and getting the hit onto the first officer. He had just utilized his pocket watch for the 3rd time, so it will be running out, and she will be able to hit him again for free and is able to get the down onto this first officer. 2 survivors down here near each other. That means patient has to go across the entire map, and who's going to prime the cipher machine? Who's going to pop the cipher machine? And it looks like the gardener is able to get up. If the patient can prime up that last cipher machine, or the gardener can prime up that last cipher machine, they can come for the rescue, but it looks like they're starting a new cipher machine inside of second story. Hunter is making her way towards Ado in the second story building, and patient needs to come for this rescue, and it looks like she will be returning to her remnant and going right back to the chair. So patient not quite there yet, still a long ways away, is attempting to get the rescue, but the hunter is doing a very good job trying to secure the elimination of the first officer, but he is on the chair for quite a long time and he is a rescuer, so it won't be too big of a problem. We see that the second story in cipher machine is being worked on. Around 46% is going to be leaving. She's able to summon her bubble as soon as the hunter gets close. Is waiting around here at this pallet. Needs to be very careful not to go down. Oh, she will be going down, and that is a third down for the gardener. She doesn't have self-heal. Looks like the hunter plans on chairing this survivor, which means the patient can't get the free rescue onto the first officer unless the hunter decides that she's going to teleport. It will be ready in about 2 seconds. They are able to get the save. Kakaka staying behind. Tuna will be transitioning away. They need to prime up this last cipher machine, but it is a very big map and it's a big challenge, especially to survivors. Hunter will be going back to her remnant, finding Kakaka, trying to get the rescue onto the gardener. However, he does have a pocket watch, but he doesn't want to risk it, and so it looks like he's going to be leaving and going away from the gardener as the cipher machine is primed. Tuna has primed the last cipher machine. He can take a hit, and they all have self-heal, so he's trying to buy a little more time so the first officer can get to the gardener, is able to get to the gardener, get the rescue, get the pop. 3 healthy survivors. Endgame. Hunter, however, does have detention. We see him utilizing his hook to make it up to the slide, and the survivor just going back and forth here. It's the hunter. Oh, looks like she's going to go back to her remnant and get the down onto the patient. That's why she left the remnant right at the end of the slide instead of going up the slide immediately. So is able to down this patient, but this is his first chair, and he's gonna have a lot of time. And we see 2 survivors, one at first stop exit gate, the other survivor at 4th stop exit gate. Hunter is scouting this area, and will she get tinnitus from Ado? It doesn't look. Oh, she did get tinnitus, and she realized that Ado is towards the corner walls, and Ado is hiding behind this carriage here, but the hunter is going to be able to find her and down her. So this is looking like a one-man escape since the exit gate is open. At the first officer has opened the exit gate, and he will be leaving. Gardener doesn't have self-heal, so there's nothing that survivors can do, and GG secures the 3-man elimination.
ないんで、2階建ての新規を回しに来ようとするだろうというところで追走で戻って
飛びは同様と、これアクシズのハンターが4人釣ってあげたいという。
運動はもうそのフライホイールいいところを取りましたね。めちゃくちゃ騒ぎますからね。
AXIZ Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be opera singer on Moonlit River Park. She's making her way to first stop. She will be running into TX, who is the gardener. She has the protective bubble for the first 50 seconds of the game, so she takes a free hit. Hunter will be breaking this pallet. She'll be transitioning away and waiting around at this pallet that hasn't been thrown down. She's going to be taking the hit and making her way to the roller coaster, taking the roller coaster to. We'll see if the survivors has pressed the second stop, and it does look like like they have pressed the second stop because Kakao is leaving from second stop, meaning that he wasn't at the cipher machine, and yeah, that means he took the detour to press the second stop button. And it looks like the hunter will have to go in her shadow form all the way to the opposite side of this map. TX gaining a lot of distance away from this hunter has already made it to the working carousel walls. Hunter is seeing the blood trails of the survivors, still at full health, mind you, so things are looking incredibly good for the GG survivors. Is going to be returning to a runner, trying to catch her off guard, isn't able to get the hit onto the survivor, and she has her bubble once again and takes the hit, still at full health. Wonderful job on the side of this Gardener, wonderful timing, great, oh, blink, and we'll be getting the first hit onto the survivor, but she did force her to use her ability for the first damage, so things are still looking good for the side of GG survivors. As long as this can keep up this momentum, it's looking very good and promising. Looks like we have the first cipher machine has been completed. Hunter will be able to get that pallet stun. A wonderful job for TX. Is going to be transitioning to the exit pallet here. Only has a little mini pallet to work with, and she's kind of stuck here, unfortunately. Kind of corners herself into this area. Doesn't have much areas to run away to, and will be eating the hit and going down for the first time. However, 2 cipher machines have been completed. The third cipher machine at 55, the fourth cipher machine at 23, and the last cipher machine at 5%. PP Jaws already here for the possible rescue. We'll be able to throw down that pallet. Hunter returning to the rimmer, not allowing the survivors to get the backdoor save. Kakao coming in for the rescue, already utilized his pocket watch, is able to evade that hit, and wow, wonderful back side steps, is able to evade yet another hit and make his way safely to the chair. However, the halfway mark is very close, is able to get the hit and the rescue before halfway. Ty Turner will be going right for TX, the Gardener, and leaving the first officer. It looks like the Gardener is trying to transition out of this half of this map and go back inside of second story. Is able to take the hit onto the Gardener right away. This is her second down, but it looks like the Hunter's also at full presence, so things are starting to look good. I mean, for the survivors, because it's only their second chair and they have so much progress on the cipher machines. This is looking like a very strong game for the side of the survivors. Is going to be cheering her inside of second story. You see the third cipher machine will be completed very soon, and the last 2 ciphers at 72%. So it looks like 18 is coming in for the rescue. He is the airplanist who has wanted order, so every single survivor that's been coming in for the rescue all had wanted order. Interesting. And it looks like he's going to utilize his jetpack to go closer. He's going to have to go all the way around because he doesn't want the Hunter to block the entrance. The Hunter is being very patient here. Is he going to be able to make it in time? And it looks like he's going to come to the front entrance. Can Hunter see anything through the drapes? He's going to utilize his jetpack. I don't think he's going to make it. Is he going to make it? He's going to make it. But he needs to... he isn't going to make it because he had to wait, not getting the terror shock, and that allowed the Gardener to be returned to the manor. Suddenly things are looking incredibly good for AXIZ survivors. Oh, the cipher machines have been popped. And, oh, I think he got the terror shock. I just didn't see it. And we'll be chairing the aeroplanist. She needs to get a 3-man elimination, so she needs to change traits to teleport, or exit gate is already open. Kukao's trying to make it to the exit gate. The patient's waiting at working carousel exit gate. Fourth stop is going to teleport to the patient, and will she be able to find this first officer? First officer not quite there at the walls. Hunter does see this first officer. He has one pocket watch to utilize. Hunter is leaving a lot of remnants in this area. Patient waiting behind. Where's the first officer going? Oh, first officer's going all the way around. She needs to get the hit, but he also gets that delayed damage with his pocket watch. Is going to take a delayed damage, and that's another 2 survivor escape for the side of GG.
今回全て噛み合いましたよね。
で小連休とかで花子最終日で選手も本当に疲れてる。カフェ火災。
逃がすこともできましたね。
左右高子。
GG Hunter going against AXIZ survivors. It will be BonBon on the red church. He spawned in the graveyard. He's making his way towards Tuna at the red carpet. No, he's not. He's going to enter the church. It looks like Ado is waiting near the window on the opposite side, and it looks like he's going to be leaving as soon as he gets the heartbeat. Hunter does see the red blood trails of the survivor as he's making his rounds back inside of church. Possibly, no, he's not going to go back inside of church. He's going to go towards the walls. And the hunter's just looking at the trails and trying to catch up to the survivor so he can bomb him. And it looks like he is able to make it to the walls here. It's a very good hiding spot, but the hunter can't set up bombs and is able to get the chip damage onto the prospector. He's transitioning to the next pallet. Hunter trying to catch it off guard. Prospector being very patient and waiting before transitioning away. Will be utilizing his magnet to try and stun this hunter, but it is a BonBon. Oh, isn't able to get that hit. Is able to push him away and hit him against the wall. Has a pallet to work with here. Another flywheel, avoiding the chip damage. Great timing on the side of this prospector, and it looks like he's going to be waiting around this wall, going to transition, and when he transitions and doesn't have enough distance, he's going to use excitement to get rid of the magnet, and is able to down this prospector. Great utilization of his ability. We can see Cypher Machines are quite not a lot of progress, but there's 4 Cypher Machines, which is pretty big for the side of the survivors because we do have the mechanic, and it looks like the forward is the closest survivor, but it's a bit against the BonBon. If he can get a chip damage on the survivor, he can stop him from his dashes. So, oh, he's still holding the prospector. Okay, he was being very cautious before chairing this prospector in case the forward came in for a stun, which the forward did not. They don't want to be too aggressive right now, so it is still the beginning of the game and they have quite a lot of Cypher progress. So it is the fresh chair for the prospector. We see the fire investigators in this area. The 5th Cypher machine is getting some progress, and the forward still doesn't look like the survivors plan on coming for this rescue because it is very challenging risking against the BonBon, especially if he places a lot of bombs near the chair. It looks like there's going to be a remote control bomb for the church Cypher machine. Survivors will be leaving. Nya will be approaching the chair and putting a little pressure on this hunter so that he won't be disrupting Cypher progress. And it looks like Kakaka and Nyan is coming in for the rescue, is able to stun this hunter and able to get the rescue off onto the prospector with Tide Turner, but it is after half rescue. The mechanic just went past the hunter. I'm not sure what happened there, but it doesn't look like the hunter is interested in downing this mechanic. He wants this down, and we already got the down on the prospector, but he wants to get full presence, and the prospector is able to utilize the stun to push the hunter away and avoid giving full presence to this hunter for now, but the prospector will be going down and will be returning to the manor since he was saved after half. The forward is in this area. Is the forward going to harass? It doesn't look like he will be, and he will be able to chair this prospector. It looks like we have 2 Cypher machines completed, the 3rd Cypher machine at 81, the 4th Cypher machine at 75, and the 5th Cypher machine at 77%. Hunter is now going towards the forward, but he is still at full health. Hunter still doesn't have full presence, so that is the one thing that really works in favor for the survivors. The Hunter is going towards the bot, and the bot is running away from this Cypher machine. Hunter could get full presence if he does down this bot. We'll see if the bot can last long enough. We can see it's around like 1/5, 1/6% of the bot left, trying not to feed tonight at its presence, and is able to make it to the we got a control bomb and is able to get full presence from that. And it looks like the survivors, however, did buy more time, and it looks like the 4th Cypher machine will be completed and the last Cypher machine at 83%. So things are looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. The fire investigator does not have borrowed time, so that's one of the survivors that they do not want the hunter to chase. The hunter will be going after this mechanic. He does know the location because he downed the bot and it gave off the location of the survivor. Is throwing a lot of bombs in her direction. She's doing a very good job dodging them for now. Last Cypher machine still at 86. Okay, now it looks like someone's working on that last Cypher machine at 90%, so it does look like they will be able to get to endgame with 3 survivors. Just needs to buy enough time. Cypher machines are primed. Hunter needs to down the survivor quick, is able to get the remote control bomb and trying to down the survivor with the bombs so that he doesn't have attack recovery and he can down her as soon as the Cypher machines are popped. But she's forcing the hunter to hit him by going right next to him and avoiding the bombs. So if you're right next to this hunter, it's going to be easier to avoid bombs because it looks like she's going to make it to the window, take that vault, take that speed boost, and the survivors are going to pop the Cypher Machine. It's endgame. We see the fire investigator and the mechanic has chip damage, and the forward is at full health. Exit gates being open. It's looking like a two-man escape for the side of AXIZ survivors, except the mechanic is at the dungeon. So if they could just open it up and just time out. And unfortunately, he will be going down. The survivors are leaving, but the fire investigator wasn't able to leave in time, and that is a two-man elimination for the side of GG Hunter.
それがちゃんとチェイスに生きるアイテムだったならばというのも少し悔やまれはし
抜きで1逃げの差に、もう関わった可能性全然ありましたからね。
あなたのボンボンを
出しどころとなりました。右下の池江型ボンボン。
AXIZ Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be BonBon on the red shirt. AXIZ Hunter needs to get a tie in order to stay in this game, so the least amount of eliminations is two-man eliminations. However, they are down 2 rounds. They lost game 1, they lost game 2, so they want to get more than a two-man elimination. They need to at least get a 3-man elimination, not to be so behind. And so the pressure is on AXIZ Hunter to get more than a 2-man elimination, and it looks like his first chase is going to be 18, who is the lawyer. He's already used up half of his map avoiding this Hunter and getting that speed boost with his map ability. Hunter is going to be throwing the bombs towards the window, but the survivors staying clear of this window, waiting around at the exit, is going to be going around instead of going through that window. So it looks like he's catching up. He's going to be eating the normal hit and will be transitioning back inside of the church. Hunter will have to utilize his warp. Oh my goodness, closing the distance right away. That was unexpected. He's kind of cornered here inside of this church. He will be able to get the down on the lawyer incredibly fast for the first time. Cypher machines with not a lot of progress at 60%, 49%, and 45%. The dungeon is also not dungeon. Basement is also in this area, but it looks like he's going to be cheering outside. Should he have cheered in basement? I don't know. We'll see. It looks like PPJA is nearby. It is the coordinator, so they can definitely come for this rescue if he can get the stun onto this Hunter. Hunter is only at first presence. Looks like PPJA is going to slowly come closer or reveal herself as she makes it to the chair. A lot of bombs, they're not connected, and she needs to avoid this minefield. And she's gonna avoid the stun gun and get the tear shot. Oh my goodness! He's able to stuff the rescue. An early down, stuffing the rescue. Other survivors are making their way towards the chair. They don't want to for the side of the survivors, they want to ensure a tie or a win. But things are looking incredibly good for this Hunter. He's going to be picking up the survivor, so she can't be healing up and suddenly go for the rescue. Once again, a minefield here with the ZETA accessory. Is able to get the chip damage onto the knight, the normal hit onto the knight. Is he going to be able to get the save? He's able to get the save with his chivalrous sympathy. Now he's trying to heal up the... Oh my goodness, he bombs the knight with another chip damage while going for 18, who's back inside of the church. He's making his way to the window, is able to make the window vault. We have warp in 9 seconds, and it looks like he's transitioning away from the survivors into the graveyard. Survivors are going to need to heal up because there's way too much damage, and 18 will be returning to the manor if he is chaired or down once again. And it looks like the Hunter is, oh my goodness, got to sit down while throwing down that pallet, and the lawyer will be returning to the manor. We have 1 Cypher machine completed, 2nd Cypher machine at 83, 4th Cypher machine, 3rd Cypher machine at 56, and the 4th Cypher machine at 51%. Already a survivor is returned to the manor. Survivors did not decode a lot. They were healing up because a BonBon is very dangerous with all these chip damage. COA8 is able to make that vault and avoid the remote control bomb. It is going to be transitioning outside of the red church. Hunter is going to be vaulting this window. We see PPJA is working on that shack Cypher machine. COA8 is going into the stone walls. Hunter is going to change target, and he looks like he wants PPJA. PPJA doesn't have any items to work with. She needs to be very careful when she makes this window vault because the Hunter will do a connection bomb. Is able to get the chip damage onto this coordinator. Is able to get another chip damage to this coordinator. Now she only has 1 pallet to work with, and he can surround this entire area with bombs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, another bomb she needs to avoid, but the Hunter closes it and gets the terror shock as she vaults this pallet, downing the coordinator for the first time. 3 Cypher machines completed, the 4th Cypher machine at 51, the 5th Cypher machine at 11. AXIZ Hunter really doing a very good job pressuring and successfully downing these survivors. We can see this is going to be a very dangerous rescue. We've seen how well he places his bombs. It's surrounds the entire area. And it looks like he's going to look for a survivor coming in with tinnitus, isn't able to do so. Kakao has made his way all the way to Shack, but he's a chip damage survivor, so going for the rescue is incredibly dangerous. They might need to sell. And it looks like TX is trying to prime up that Cypher machine. They don't have enough Cypher machines to go for this rescue because, yeah, we do have Psychologists still at full health, but it looks like Kakao's only going to be feeding tinnitus. It's already after half. I would be very cautious against rescuing against this BonBon as well after we've seen two, well, we got the terror shock, and they did, I guess he did get the save with his chivalrous sympathy, but if he didn't have that, it would have been very dangerous, and the only reason he got that time to do it is because he got the chip damage and the normal damage, so he can't do that again since he's already at chip damage, and Psychologist doesn't want to waste her entire stress ability just to heal up the 25% damage, so oh my goodness, he's able to make the rescue to the coordinator. Oh my goodness, things are suddenly looking very good for the side of the survivors. Hunter left the chair a little too early, and now the Hunter has to get the data onto this coordinator once again, and things are looking good for the side of GG survivors. Last Cypher machine at 60%, now PPJ is back up and running. Suddenly, the tides have turned, and he is able to get the chip damage onto this coordinator. He's not going to allow this Cypher to be primed anymore. He's going to be throwing a lot of bombs towards this Cypher machine. Looks like he's going to be going after this Knight. Kakao, utilizing his helmet and trying to get the predictions right, is able to get the hit onto the Knight. Hasn't been able to get the correct prediction on the first one, and it looks like he was able to get the prediction on the second one. However, the Hunter suddenly changed targets. He's going back for this Psychologist. Not the best survivor to chase because she has a lot of stress and she can't eat up a lot of hits, so don't want to go after the Psychologist. It looks like he's going to guard this Cypher machine. He's not going to leave the chair or the Cypher. He knows what happened last time when he let the coordinator go. The coordinator has found a syringe in one of the boxes and is healing herself up. The Hunter is now going for the Psychologist because the Psychologist is the only one continuously showing herself this Hunter. She's baiting the Hunter to go after the Psychologist. The coordinator has gotten healed. The Knight has also found a syringe, so the Knight is also healing up. So suddenly things are taking a turn after the Hunter allowed the coordinator to get rescued with that backdoor. And he does still have warp to utilize, and it looks like he'll be able to get a normal hit here, so that gets rid of her stress ability. However, she's still at 25% damage. Knight is going to be opening a chest for an item before he heals up completely, and the Hunter realizes the survivors are suddenly in a much better position. Last Cypher machine at 74%. The survivors, okay, we see coordinator has a elbow pad, the Knight has a perfume. Hunter is going after this Psychologist, noticing that the Cypher machines are not being worked on. He is able to down this Psychologist. He can teleport to the last Cypher machine where Kakao the Knight currently is at, and it is going to chase the survivor next. Coordinator is not being shown at this moment. Not sure if she's going to go and heal up the Psychologist. Is able to get the perfume and return that 50% damage. PPJ now going for the last Cypher machine instead of the heal onto the Psychologist. It looks like the Psychologist is going to be healing herself up and utilizing the self-heal, which could possibly be dangerous against a BonBon, but the survivors do have an upper hand at the moment, so it looks like the Hunter realizes PPJ is going towards TX and is throwing a lot of bombs in her direction. She was able to elbow pad away. Hunter doesn't want to leave this Cypher machine alone for too long in case the survivors approach it once again. It does look like the survivors may need to start a new Cypher machine because this Cypher is being heavily guarded by this Hunter. Hunter now going towards the Knight. Kakao. Oh, full heal onto the Psychologist, and it looks like the Hunter is going to be going for this Knight. He's already broken, or one of the survivors has broken the area on these walls, so that would be an easier looping kite. They can just kite here forever as long as Hunter doesn't have broken windows or another ability. But it looks like the Hunter is going back towards the Cypher machine. He has a remote control bomb on the Shack Cypher machine, and is he able to use it for the survivor? We'll be throwing more bombs towards PPJA, trying to work on that cipher. Hunter going back towards that 79% cipher machine. Kakao is unable to touch it. However, the remaining 2 cipher machines are all being worked on. So it looks like the Hunter is sending a lot of chip damage towards the Knight. Is able to finally get that chip damage. He just needs to get a normal hit. Oh, it's not close enough to get the hit onto the Knight. He's going to do a little bit of backwards walking. Isn't able to get the chip damage. Isn't able to get the normal hit. Is throwing a lot of bombs in his direction. Is avoiding all this bomb. Is able to get that pallet vault. Cyber machines are getting primed. The Hunter needs to quickly down this Knight, but is struggling to do so. Has another bomb here at this pallet, and the Knight has left this pallet, so he's already transitioning. He's finally able to down this Knight, and it looks like he will be chairing this Knight since Cyber Machine progress is a lot. Looks like PPJA will be leaving her Cypher Machine. Hunter is now going to see, they just popped the Cypher Machine. Oh, because the Knight doesn't have borrowed time, so there's no point in going for that rescue because it's very dangerous and they don't want to get stuffed. It is looking like a possible 3-man elimination if the Hunter can just find one more survivor and down him. Oh my goodness, the coordinator has opened up that exit gate. It's almost open. She's going to be able to open it up in time. Teleport, however, is ready. He just needs to get the down on TX. The dungeon is not in this area, so things are starting to work in favor for this Hunter, and a lot of bombs being hit and landed onto the psychologist. The coordinator's too far away from the Knight's chair, and it's looking like a 3-man elimination. Is able to down the psychologist. She does still have self-heal, but the Hunter is going to go ahead and chair the survivor, and the coordinator will most likely leave, getting a rescue against a BonBon that has detention and all these bombs, and has teleport is not the best option, so she's going to take that 1-man escape.
グーツを受け直ししてる間に暗号機揺らさないために宝箱を開けていたりとか、キャンプシーン工場だ工場機会は少なかった、ただずっとさ来たそうですね。GG
Hunter going against AXIZ survivors. It will be Ivy on Arms Factory. Her ghost is already going towards Ado, who is the embalmer. Most likely the survivor to be chased first, since he does have the full kiting build, so that is what the survivors are expecting and hoping for. And it looks like she will be infecting Ado immediately and will be able to get 59% corruption onto him. The main body is still waiting inside of the factory. It looks like Ado will be patiently waiting outside the factory and utilizing the pallets here. Hunter will be breaking this pallet. The ghost still latched on, is able to get the 100% corruption onto the survivor, is able to get 44% corruption, and will be able to get the hit onto this embalmer. So a trick that a lot of Ivy users do is they allow the 100% corruption. The Hunter stays very close by, gets the additional scare, and then hits the embalmer so that he get a free extra corruption onto the survivor. Is able to transition quite far away from this Hunter. It looks like the Hunter will be utilizing the ghost to infect the psychologist, and the main body is chasing Ado as he's making it to corner walls. A pretty good kiting area, and he can loot this area. There's lots of pallets, there's lots of windows. Hunter will be sending the ghost towards the survivor. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get enough distance away from this Hunter for his corruption to go down. Is able to infect the embalmer here at this pallet, and he's allowing himself to get flywheel, avoiding the 100% corruption. Is still able to get 64% corruption on this embalmer since he was still in the area of corruption, and he's going back into the area of corruption. He's being kind of cut off here, and it looks like the Hunter is able to get the hit onto this embalmer, downing him. However, he does have a coffin already set up inside of factory, so it looks like the Hunter will still be chairing this embalmer here at the chair near walls, and he'll most likely utilize his coffin because their survivors are, oh no, he's not going to be utilizing his coffin. Oh yes, he will. Okay, looks like the Hunter will be running into the psychologist. The main body is going to be teleporting to the tablet and will be meeting the embalmer at his coffin as he's resurrected. Is able to get the infection onto the embalmer and get 32% corruption on this survivor, 100% corruption on the psychologist because she's just decoding when there is a tablet, and she'll just get rid of it eventually. And it looks like the Hunter is going to be following Ado into the opposite corner walls and blink down, and that's a very wonderful utilization of blink to ensure he doesn't go inside of the walls. Once he's inside of the walls, he has a lot of items to utilize, lots of pallets, so he can actually prolong this quite a lot. But since he wasn't able to forced the ability out in the first round, she was able to save it and blink down him incredibly quickly. We can see 3 Cypher Machines have been completed, the 4th Cypher Machine at 64 and the 5th Cypher Machine at 51%. Kakaka is getting ready for the rescue, is close by, and it does look like he is going to be waiting around here at elbow pad before the Embalmer is returned to the manor, and will most likely get the save because he doesn't want the Hunter to get the tablet on him too early, and it does look like he is able to get the save before the Embalmer is returned to the manor. He does have tight turner, and it doesn't look like he was able to make it to that window, so he will be going down and return to the manor if he's chaired for the 3rd time. 4 Cypher Machines have been completed, and the last Cypher Machine at 79%, 80%, so it's looking like they'll have the last Cypher Machine ready. Will they be able to pop it? I guess it doesn't matter because he doesn't have borrowed time. 94% Cypher Machines are primed. The Ghost is going towards the last Cypher Machine. That's a 99. They're going to pop the Cypher Machine. Hunter's going to chair the Embalmer, and now she needs to send the Ghost towards the exit gates. We see that she's sending the Ghost towards Tuna, who is the airplanist, the main body. Where is she going? It looks like Tuna's going to be leaving as soon as she realizes the Ghost is nearby. The main body, however, is going after the Mercenary, and Mercenary has made his way towards the factory. Still has 2 elbow pads to utilize, and this is very effective against the Ivy because if he gets infected, he can just teleport quickly and get out of the area of corruption, avoiding getting the 100% corruption. And it looks like the Hunter will be teleporting to him right away. 91% corruption, is able to make it to this pallet and is able to throw it in time. Exit gate is being opened up by Tuna. It's at 100% and it's open. The Ghost is going towards Tuna. Mercenary is using his last elbow pad. He's at the gate. Oh my goodness. Hunter isn't able to infect any of the survivors, so getting 100% on the Mercenary, but he's at full health. He can take the detection hit, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of AXIZ survivors.
っていうやっぱ脳幹視編成の強み、ここでしたね。みんながさあ攻めるパターン、南の囲い忍者です。はい。シーバーエンジニア、そしてクーザーを
against Genius survivors. It will be Hermit on Arms Factory. He's getting ready to connect the Cypher Machines, and now he's heading towards what looks like Shack, so he will be ready to PP Ja. He is the Novelist, and he does have flywheels, so he can utilize it if he gets stunned, or before he gets stunned, or as the Hunter throws the charge towards the survivor, and it looks like the Hunter will be committing to this Novelist. He's making his way towards corner walls where he will have a lot more ability to kite because of the obstacles and the windows and the pallets. Is able to make this window vault. He does not have knee-jerk reflex, so he doesn't get that speed boost, but forcing the Hunter to go through that window also does slow the Hunter down and give him a little more room to transition away. Hunter is taking the charges away so the survivors can't share charges, and he'll be able to get the we get the owl assistance from the Novelist, allowing the Novelist to continues to be at full health. We have the teleportation orb onto the survivor and is able to injure him right away. He just needs to hit this Novelist one more time and he will be securing the down on his first survivor. Will he be able to get the charges on the survivor? Oh, wonderful flip on the side of this Novelist. Is able to get the miss, avoid the blue charge, and is going to utilize warp right away, but he got the window vault and he was able to escape getting hit, and it looks like he needs to land this blue charge on the survivor to at least stun him, and that looks like what the Hermit is going to do. And it looks like another swap, and he is able to make another window vault. It would have been even better if he had knee-jerk reflex. Like, look at all the speed boost he would have gotten. Is able to stun him with the teleportation orb, and is finally able to down his first survivor. He needs to make the connections on the Cypher Machines so they don't get too much Cypher progress, but he is going to chair this Novelist first. We see one Cypher Machine has been completed, the second Cypher Machine at 80, the third Cypher Machine at 76. He is now going to check the ciphers that are being worked on. He is going to make the connection. We already see a survivor coming in for the rescue. It is the Mercenary. He has the red charge, so he's going to be sharing the charge with the aeroplanist. And the ciphers are looking pretty good, especially against a Hermit, which happened because he disconnected the Cypher Machines so that he could get a quick down on the Novelist, allowing the survivors to decode a lot. He is able to get the blue charge onto this Novelist, and the Mercenary takes the body block, so the Novelist is still up and running. Mercenary touches the Cypher Machine to get the blue charge, so he can share charge with the Novelist, so the Novelist can kite even longer. He is able to get the hit onto the Novelist, but the shared charge shares the damage, and he's still up and running, and it looks like he is able to make make it to this pallet, trying to get another charge on the survivor, while the survivor, the novelist, is trying to get another book. He is so close to a new book, but unfortunately he will be going down for the second time. 3 ciphers have been completed, but the last 2 remaining 2 cipher machines are still quite lacking. We see that the mercenary and the airplanist, no, is it? She was here. We will find out. We'll be chairing the novelist here in the corner walls for the second time, checking the cipher progress. It looks like 18 is going to be sticking around for the rescue. We see all 3 survivors with the red charge, so the damage will be shared, and he's going to be making his way to the chair with his rocket while in the air. He is able to mind game a little longer, being very patient. Don't want to get that terror shock. Is able to get the rescue with TIE Turner before the novelist. Wonderful swap going near the, oh my goodness, the airplanist is getting the stun, and a novelist is able to get away, is able to get that window vault. Hunter is seeing the blood trails and is slowly closing the distance. He has warp up and ready if he does want to utilize it. Once again, novelist is leaving this area completely, going towards the forest or the little walls here. Is able to not get a charge, but oh, he's just gonna get the normal hit and down this novelist. However, the cipher progress is looking pretty good. Novelist did last a long time and allow the survivors to decode a lot. We'll be returning to the manor. Now Hunter needs to look for a new target. We can't see Mercenary. It was a very nice target, seeing that he barely has any health left. It looks like Hunter will utilize his warp and close the distance, and it looks like he will be running into the Mercenary. It looks like he's going to utilize his elbow pad to transition further away, using his teleportation orb to close the distance, but still has enough distance. The Mercenary, utilizing his second elbow pad and making it to corner walls, was able to avoid the charge, and it looks like the airplane has changed charge with the Seer, so that he doesn't just get damaged while this mercenary will be going down, because he just doesn't have enough health and they haven't healed up. And it looks like the mercenary is buying enough time, utilizing his last elbow, but he messes it up and he's stunned and will be going down for the first time. But it does look like the cipher machine is primed. The last cipher had 94%. It's looking like the end game situation. We do see TX is already in this area, is sharing the charge with the airplane. He needs to be careful here. Is that? I'm not very good at math, so I can't tell, but it does look like it will be enough. Oh, it looks like he got the save. He forced a save. The cipher machine is primed, popped, and it's the end game. We see the Hunter is going for TX right now. TX is at full health, but he's at he has detention, so I guess it doesn't really matter. He's getting ready to utilize his teleportation, or misses, and isn't able to even get the charge onto this Seer. And it looks like Seer is just going to be looping these walls, buying enough time for the exit gates to be opened up. Hunter is getting rid of the charge on the exit gate so that he does not have a shared charge, allowing the Seer to kite longer. And he's just looping this area. He just needs to get 2-man elimination, and that way he can secure the win for round game 4. So he just needs to make sure he can down the Seer. But Seer is doing a very good job hiding behind the pallet, is unable to get the stun onto the Seer. Hunter might just be waiting for his cooldowns, is able to finally get this stun, and he will be able to down this Seer. It's looking like a 2-man escape for the side of GG's.
その余裕というのは作らせてもらえなかった。さすがのクーザの早めの膝で、
そこでもつかなかったら、じゃあ延長戦っていうところまで来ましたね。
はい、BO5 舞台はこのラウンド5までゲートから取ります。
ちゃんと見れてますね。
GG Hunter going against AXIZ survivors will be breaking wheel on Ever Sleeping Town. Going into his wheel form, he's going to be running towards Nyan. Hasn't quite found it. He's hiding behind the little barrel there. Did the Hunter? It does look like the Hunter did notice him. So he is trying to get the spike onto the survivor. Oh, he's going to get out of his form. Unable to land a spike, throwing the trap, but it was on the wrong side. Is able to sit on this pallet and continue to draw his painting. Painting is ready, so whenever the Hunter gets out of wheel, it's like, he can place it and stun this Hunter for a little while. He's not able to get a single spike onto the survivor, doing a very good dodges. Oh, is finally able to get 1 spike, but he still needs to get 2 more spikes. Oh, a lot of back and forth sidestep. He's able to keep avoiding the... He's not even on the wall. Okay, he's going to make his way towards the window and transition to double pallet here. Hunter is using his wheel, trying to maneuver it, trying to just turn it at the right angle. Isn't able to get it. He's doing such a good job. Oh, he's just gonna leave and get out of his wheel form. The painting has been placed. Oh my goodness, excitement! Oh wait, we were expecting that. We knew the hunter's trait. Okay, we'll be getting the 75% damage with that one spike and finally deal damage to this painter. Still needs to get one more spike. He does have the extended spike available now, so he will be able to get that spike onto the art painter. And painter's painting is ready. Flywheel avoiding the hit. Where is he looking at? Oh, he does use his ability and downs his painter since he already had a spike. It looks like we have 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 90%. We have one in order on the novelist. Kakaka is already getting ready for the rescue. Hunter utilizes his long spikes and is able to get the spike onto the first officer. Is being very patient. 2nd spike onto the first officer is able to get the rescue with tie turner before half. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's a painter. He doesn't really have that. Anyways, it looks like the hunter is trying to get an additional spike on the first officer. Tuna's also in this area. Okay, not the first officer. Oh, he utilizes first officer's ability, so he gets the same face as the first officer when he's saved. He's gonna go down in front of the tram, so the hunter has to wait before picking him up. The tram isn't gonna move. Okay, now the tram has run over this down painter. Hunter is free to pick him up and chair him for the 2nd time. We can see 2 survivors are pushing the cipher at graveyard. Tuna and I can't see the Addo. And it looks like the hunter will be bringing the survivor all the way to this cipher machine, so the survivor's cipher progress will be delayed quite significantly. Novelist will have one in order, but it does look like he's sticking around and waiting to get this rescued, not staying too close to the wall because he doesn't want to get that long spike. And the hunter is just going to keep camping this painter, but painter has quite a lot of time left on his chair since first officer's rescue was pretty early on. Ooh, wonderful sidestep, is able to make that window vault. Is he going to start making his way towards the chair? No, he's not. He's taking his time. Still, just now, a little over halfway. He can make his way when... now, yeah. It looks like Hunter's going to utilize his long spike. Is able to get one spike. Flywheel and going to switch places. Is going to get the pallet settled to this Hunter. Buying enough time for him to pick up this painter. And he's also in his non-wheel form, so that means Painter can utilize his painting, but is down right away. And that looks like it's the 3rd and final down for this Painter. We see 2 spikes on the first officer. However, they finished the 4th cipher machine with the first officer finished the 4th cipher machine. They're starting up a new cipher machine at around 66%. If the Hunter did not chair the survivor on this last cipher, they would have been primed and ready. So great decision making on the side of this Hunter. We see the last cipher machine. Ooh, don't fall off. Okay, he's gonna drop down from this hole. Is able to get the spike onto the airplanist. He's gonna utilize his jetpack and get enough distance away from this Hunter. So now the Hunter is unable to down this airplanist right away. We can see that both cipher machines are at 80%. They just need a prime of one cipher machine. He got the double spike on the airplanist, the triple spike on the first officer. First officer's not even getting rid of his spikes. They're not even bothering to take the time to get rid of the spikes. So he will be going after this first officer for now. Is able to trap him and get the hit, but the cipher machines are ready and they're repopped, and it's an end game with 3 survivors. 2 spikes on airplanist, 1 spike on the novelist, and the Hunter's going for this first officer. First officer still has 2 pocket watches to utilize, and he will be going into his utilizing his pocket watch forms. Hunter missing, and he's gonna change targets towards Addo. The exit gate is opened up by the airplanist. Addo's trying to make it to the exit gate. It looks like he'll be cut off here at corner house, and the Hunter's back in his real form. He has the extended blades, what are they called, spikes, and is able to get another spike. Oh, she's gonna swap positions with the Hunter and go back upstairs. We're just waiting for first officer to get to either the exit gate or the open exit gate, or open up a new exit gate, and it looks like the Hunter is going to close in on Addo. He's out in the open here, is avoiding the trap. Flywheels makes it to the pallet. Oh, first officer's now at the exit gate. This is looking like a 2-man escape. If Addo can make it all the way to the basement, however, that would be a completely different balance. Oh my goodness, they want more. They want more. He's body blocking. First officer gets the body block, which allows the novelist to make it. This is the Hunter attack recovery, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of AXIZ. Wonderful job on the side of the survivors.
というところです。この眉包みも非常にですよね。初動。リーバーのみの危機一発見ました。
AXIZ Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be Soul Weaver on Ever Sleeping Town. So 4 survivors escape is a win for GG. 3 survivors escape is a tie, and they will go to game 6. 2-survivor escape is a win to AXIZ, and anything more than a 2-survivor elimination, will be a win to AXIZ. So the pressures is on GG to get that 3-man escape, just a tie. 4-man escape is going to be incredibly hard, but if they kite well, it is possible, obviously. But you do see that forward is brought a lot of times when the survivors have to be incredibly aggressive. They need a lot of support so that they can have a long kite. So it looks like the hunter will be going after the female dancer first. She already set up a slow box here under this pallet, and the hunter is negating this slow box by going through the webs and getting that speed boost, but another slow box drop. So the hunter is slowing down quite a lot, is able to get the hit onto the female dancer. We see the forward is able to get the stun, but changes. Oh wait, not just he already had excitement. Is going to utilize excitement and get a damage onto the forward. So forward, he's a very high risk, high reward. If the hunter doesn't have excitement, he can just continuously harass. But they're not gonna risk that at this point. They're gonna be careful. They're gonna go for that 2-man elimination build for the side of the hunter. So it looks like TX has made her way all the way to the graveyard. So it has gotten quite a lot of distance. However, she left 2 of her music boxes. Oh, it looks like all 3 of her music boxes are gone. So now she has no music boxes, she has no items. How is she going to kite here long? She really needs to utilize the terrain, the windows, the pallets, and the hunter is already webbing this area entirely. So if the hunter vaults this area, that means she has to go all the way around, or she has to go through away out in the open and make it to the double pallets. And so things are looking very good on the side of this hunter. PP Jaw is in the area trying to assist with the dog bite, but the female dancer did go down. So the hunter is going to be breaking this. Oh, we do see the doggy miss. Wonderful dodge on the side of this Soul Reaver. Is going to be taking this female dancer to the chair for the first time outside of graveyard. It's not such a great area for survivors because it's out in the open, which gives the hunter full vision, and there's nothing around this terrain other than the graveyard for the survivors to get close to or to kite to. So things are looking good for Kakaka. Wonderful web setup on the inside of this area, so they have to go all the way around. Things are looking good for this hunter so far. We see that 18 is coming in for the rescue, will take the normal hit and get the rescue on the female dancer. Female dancer out in the open will be taking the hit right away. She's also going to be eating the webs so that the hunter can't utilize it in this area, and she's going to go die further away. It looks like she's going towards corner house. 2 cipher machines are being completed. 3rd cipher machine will be completed very soon, and the last cipher machine at 51. We have the forward in this area, but excitement is up, so forward is just baiting the excitement. And is she able to chair this survivor? It looks like she is able to chair this survivor, but the forward couldn't do much. He did buy a little more time for the side of the survivors, but it looks like the hunter is going to be breaking this pallet, so the forward can't hide away in this area from this hunter. There's 2 pallets with wonderful spit, is able to get the 25 damage onto this forward waiting around here at this pallet, and he's also slowed down, so this is working in favor of the hunter. Is going to be eating this web. Hunter setting up another web, spit and downing him. And there's a backdoor rescue. The forward did go over, commit a little too much, but that was in order to allow the backdoor save to happen onto the female dancer. And it looks like the hunter was able to get the dog bite, and it looks like the postman is body blocking. It's looking kind of dangerous for the survivors. Both survivors at half health. The female dancer, oh yeah, obviously, and the airplanist is at half health because he went for the first save. Postman is body blocking, so he has the 25% damage. Forward has finally gotten back up, so all the support is back up. The excitement is on cooldown. This is what the survivors wanted, but there's quite a lot of injury all around all the survivors, so it's as long as they can make it to the prime cipher, the last cipher, as long as they can prime up the last cipher, it's not going to be a problem. Wonderful support. We see the last cipher machine is being primed at 70%. Another body block and wonderful spit on the side of this hunter is going to be downing this forward instead. He should pick it up very soon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he is going to pick him up because he's afraid that the last cipher will be primed, and they are professional hunters. They have that feeling, and they know it's going to be ready. It looks like the female dancer is going to get the terror shock and get the rescue on the forward. That means the hunter is very close to this female dancer. He'll most likely go after this female dancer. Isn't able to get the down. He's going to vault that pallet. She's out in the open. The tram is not going to obstruct the hunter, and he's able to get the spit onto the survivor. She's slow, and she's going to be taken down. It looks like Hunter needs to just quickly chair this female dancer and teleport to the exit gate. All 3 survivors are running to that exit gate. It's not quite open. It will be open. Hunter needs to change to teleport, and he's going to change to warp and take the warp. He needs to cut off. Oh, the Ford hasn't made it there quite yet. He's going towards the dungeon. Kukao's staying behind. He doesn't have much football left. Is Hunter going to take the... It's going to take the warp back, and he's going to meet the Hunter. Not the Hunter. Forward. He's going to utilize the web. He's going to be able to catch up. Flywheel. Hunter was patient. Hits him 1,000, and that's a win for the side of AXIZ. He's going to be cheering this forward. Are the survivors going to come back? I mean, Postman already left, so that's not going to be much of a choice. Aeroplanist is behind with 25% damage. There isn't much that these survivors can do. They're just going to take that 2-man escape, and that's a GG to AXIZ. Congratulations for the win, in which they get 3rd place.
さあご覧の
向かって高子に守ってもらってってね。
そうですね。田中かもしれませんね。
特に破滅のいつも通り
ウルブズのチーム紹介、さらにはゼータのチーム紹介へと参っていきますが、
もうここまで出場していた COA の全チームにもう一度も負けてないこの COA 本戦来てからというとんでもない
シルク。さあ、中華街
にはなるんだろうなという予感はしてますね。
ゲート通り。
ZETA Hunter going against both survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Chinatown. It looks like he's making his way towards XMX. Nope, he's gonna take a turn and go to the right. There's no survivors there. Utilizing his clone, he can pinpoint the survivor here outside of Souvenir Shop. Jelly, the embalmer, setting up his coffin already, taking the kite. If we do look at the persona web of this embalmer, we can see that he has flywheel and knee-jerk reflex. He is fully prepared to take this first kite, and we do see Embalmer taking the first kite against Hullabaloo a lot. We have a portal here set up by the priestess in which he was able to go through. It looks like he wasn't able to get the pellets done. The portal was a little off. Is able to get the black and red bomb, and he's going to transition back into the souvenir shop. Does have a lot of distance away from this hunter, but he really needs to avoid the white area of this color wheel. Looks like the hunter is closing in and catching up to him very soon. Will be able to get the flywheel. Oh, the hunter was patient and did the white bomb later on, getting the injury to the survivor for the first time here. Oh, terror shock at the window. The double bomb with the clone is able to down the survivor pretty early on with the bombs, and we'll be cheering him for the first time. His coffin is really close. Is he going to self-heal? He is going to self-heal, and the hunter will just be waiting for him as soon as he is resurrected. It looks like he will be attacked right away. Has the red bomb and the white bomb, and he's just gotten out of this coffin, making his way to the pallet. He's just gonna go right through. The bubble is gone. Hunter injuring him immediately as he goes down in this corner. Cypher machines, we have one at completed, and the second one at 73, the third one at 28, and the fourth one at 10%. So Cypher progress is not looking very good. Hunter will be cheering him outside of the souvenir shop, and it looks like XMX is the closest survivor. He's not decoding, so it does look like he will be coming in for the rescue or will be feeding tinnitus. The hunter does have tinnitus. Oh, it's not the, sorry, it's not the mercenary, it's the gravekeeper. It kind of looked like the mercenary, but we don't have a mercenary in the game right now, and it looks like he's making his way towards the chair. Will utilize the shovel and get the save. He still hasn't been injured. Hunter changing the color wheel and injuring the gravekeeper. The hunter once more. He wants this double man elimination. Is going to get the black and the red ball onto the survivor, but he has to leave because he doesn't want to allow Jelly to get away. He's going to warp and find Jelly outside of this. Oh my goodness, he was able to make it to the portal and the world portal. Now Hunter has to injure the survivor on the other side of this world portal. Is able to down this survivor. Now he has to go and pick him up. He's on the corner of the big bridge. He will be running into 487, leaving immediately. However, able to buy a lot of time for the survivors. The gravekeeper has gone up during this time, and the hunter will be cheering and returning this embalmer to the manor. We see that Gravekeeper is at half health, but we still have 2 healthy survivors. Hunter does look like he's going for 487 next. Is going to jump right up to the second story. Is going to be portaling right down. Going to portal right back up. Hunter is going to be portaling right up and will be meeting 487 at this bridge as he makes his way to the pallet. Is able to throw down this pallet, but has a white bomb on her so far. Hunter's going to be breaking this pallet and going down the stairs, closing the distance. She's going to portal right through this building. Hunter's going to follow. She's going to go to the window vault, is able to get the vault, but now she's out in the open. Hunter is free to land all the bombs, injuring the priestess. Has a black bomb on her right away and the double bomb with the clone. We see Peter do such a good job with the double bomb. So every time she gets to a window, gets to a pallet, she double bombs with the clone and downs the survivors. We'll be cheering the priestess in the basement. Things are looking incredibly good for this Hullabaloo. 3 cipher machines completed, the 4th cipher machine at 58, the 5th cipher machine at 44, and an additional cipher machine at 38%. We see there is a survivor nearby, D King, who is the puppeteer. The most ideal rescuer would be the Gravekeeper, but he's at half health. The shovel going right into basement is very helpful for survivors, but it looks like the Hunter will be going after the Gravekeeper, leaving the priestess in the basement. He doesn't care if there's a rescue onto the priestess. He has warp, so it looks like he will be able to get the white bomb on the black bomb, but he's still inside of his shovel. That can eat up a whole hit, and he has quite a lot of shovel left. Is able to get out of his shovel and get the red bomb, the black bomb, and the white bomb. Wow, hit him out of his shovel and injured him. DK still making his way to the basement, is taking his time, is able to get the save before she's expired, but it's an after half rescue, so things are looking great. Gravekeeper is now chaired. DK is not going for the rescue, he wants the dungeon escape. He's going for the dungeon escape because they obviously don't have enough cipher progress. And now the Hunter is going towards that dungeon. DK waiting inside of the hotel. Hunter's going to warp. He has tinnitus. He knows the puppeteer is here. And puppeteer can eat up a lot of hits and make it all the way to the dungeon. So this actually doesn't look like a bad idea on the side of the survivors. There isn't much they can do. And it looks like Deakin will be running towards the dungeon. However, still quite a lot of time for the Gravekeeper to go down. Will the Hunter be able to down the survivor fast enough? He is able to get the black and the red bomb. He's in his puppet form. Hunter is going to be patient here. And it looks like he is able to throw down these 2 pallets. Is trying to snipe him out with the clone. Isn't able to do so. He's jumping over this bush and he's back inside of his puppet form. He's just waiting for the puppet form to end. The Gravekeeper has returned to the manor. He's back. Oh, he's out of his puppet form and he's gonna go down. And that's a 4-man animation for the side of ZETA Hunter.
2色同時付与するときにこの2色同時付与にペースが速いとやっぱりその姿下に取ったChoAi中央にさあ右下に
Both Hunter going against ZETA survivors will be Goatman on Chinatown. It looks like the first chase will be Kazuneko as the novelist. Hunter does have enough resentment so he can set up a cage anytime now, waiting for the perfect moment while the survivor hides behind a pallet and obstacles. Getting ready to a double swing there and very patient on the side of this. Oh, looks like he's gonna get a switch. He's gonna get the pallet stun and he's gonna go to the next pallet here, wait around at this cage. It's gonna end and he's going to transition away. No, he's not. The Hunter's gonna set up another cage. Caged him away from the pallet and is able to get the hit onto the survivor. He's getting another page so close. Just needs to look at his face a little longer. ChoAi looking away, trying to make sure that this novelist doesn't get another book, but he is able to get another book. Waiting here at this pallet. Oh, he gets the 25% damage, but it was outside of this cage, so he will only be at 75% damage. He just needs to block the survivor off from the switch and the pallet stun onto the Goatman. Another pallet stun on the side of this novelist, buying so much time for his teammates to decode. Will be starting to go up the second floor. Hunter has to follow behind because he's out of line of sight. You can't set up a cage. Oh, wonderful cage to the second floor. He's gathering enough pages, but he's running into the survivor. Oh, he avoided getting hit and it looks like he survived a little longer. Is gonna go and he dropped down to the first floor, but the novelist did not. and it looks like he lost the survivor for the time being. He has to go all the way back up to the second floor. He's waiting at the second floor. Another set. Oh, he messed up the cage once again, and he wasn't able to go down. Oh, he's going back to the stairs. He's going down the stairs. He's gonna switch with the hunter, and he has a speed boost. He's gonna make it to the cage. The cage is gone. He's gonna get hit, and he's gonna get down for the first time. However, Cypher machines are looking incredibly good. We have 2 Cypher machines completed. The 3rd Cypher machine will be completed. The 4th Cypher machine is being started at 11%, and the hunter is bringing the survivor to Hametu's Cypher machine, but it doesn't have much progress, so it's not a problem. Puppeteer has 1 in order. Hunter is trying to get more. He needs to set up and injure some more survivors, but the survivors are not approaching this novelist at all. Okay, we do see there's a survivor coming in. Dolisu is nearby, hiding behind the boxes. Hunter is unable to find him. It looks like he's approaching the chair, getting ready for the rescue. Is able to get the save and the hit, but he went back to his perfume, still at full health. Novelist, however, will be taking the immediate hit and will be going down. Hunter's trying to keep him from going to this. Oh, he's gonna let him. Oh, no, he's not. He is going to try and cut him off, get the full presence, and yeah, and it looks like Novelist is continuously going towards the corner. Hunter is going to set up a cage and pick him up, break the cage, and chair him closer towards the center. Not really, but not take him away from the far corner. So yeah, we can see 3 Cypher machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 63, the 5th Cypher machine at 33, and an additional Cypher machine at 12%. The first officer already utilizing his watch to approach this chair. Hunter cutting him off, and wonderful cage. He was like just before he got off, and will be taking the hit and getting the save before he is eliminated. The novelist has gotten up a wonderful flywheel, avoiding getting hit, and the body blocked by the first officer. The first officer will be taking the hit, and the novelist is back up. ZETA survivors doing such a good job. Oh no, looks like he was able to avoid it, and will be running into the survivor double down situation. However, last Cypher machine at 82%. They're so close, but it looks like the hunter will be able to pick up Kazuneko and return him to the manor. Kazuneko does not have borrowed time, so it's not too much of an issue. They're going to pop the Cypher machine. First officer is going to get back up, and it's the end game with 3 survivors. The ZETA hunter was able to get that 4-man elimination, so just getting a 1-man escape is enough for the ZETA hunters to win round 1, game 1. And it looks like the hunter will be trying to down this first officer. The opposite exit gate is being opened. Dolisu is waiting at the middle. Hunter is going to be running into Dolisu. She uses a perfume, and the hunter blinks and finally downs this perfumer. Both exit gates are being opened up. Hunter is trying to stop the exit gates from being opened up, but the puppeteer has already opened Umbrella Gate, so that's already a win. The hunter just trying to get more points for himself and his team, but is going to double back to the first officer. Is able to get the down onto the first officer and secure a possible 3-man elimination. Will Hametu stay, or will he just take the 1-man escape? Hunter is going to finally chair this perfumer before she can heal up, and now he's going to go towards the first officer. First officer is healing up. His exit gate is at 70%. The puppeteer is just seeing if he will be giving enough time to the first officer. They don't want to risk the puppeteer getting caged. If the puppeteer gets caged, Hunter backs into him and he can't leave. That could be a possible 4-man elimination, but it looks like the hunter is just going to be very patient, going to chair the survivors 1 survivor at a time. Although it's going to be very hard for the survivors to save because he does have detention. Oh, puppeteer did say stay put, I'm coming, but is he actually going to come? The first officer has gotten back up, and the hunter is setting up another cage. He has not gotten the first officer in the cage, setting up double cage, running into the first officer, and will be downing him. We have a backdoor rescue. The puppeteer went for the save. The perfumer is up, and the hunter is now going for the survivor. Who is he going to be running into? It looks like he's going to be breaking the cage. He's trying to get the down onto Dolisu. Is utilizing her perfume to go back in that pallet if he does need. We do see that the perfumer does go down, and it's looking like the puppeteer is just going to leave and secure this 1-man escape. Yeah, because the first officer can't get back up, so yeah.
通電からちゃんとやっぱり3人釣りしてしまうのは強い。
もう一個の対策は3台上げ切ることかな。そういう位置にいたんですね。
どちらが早いかなというような勝負。
小屋横です。上下気没型。
ZETA Hunter going against Wolf Survivors will be Opera Singer on Leo's memory. Already in her shadow form, she's going towards Shack, where she'll be running into D-King, who is the acrobat known here for looping this area incredibly well against an Opera Singer. We'll see how well. It looks like he's going to leave Shack. He doesn't want to use that one window. We'll be running into the Hunter here, but he does have a little more time. We'll be utilizing his Firebomb to get rid of the Hunter's ability for the time being, and he is able to make it to this pallet, but he isn't able to throw it down. We'll be taking the first hit and enter back into Shack, changing his ball color into the black ball, and the Hunter will be getting this window while closing the distance. He is making his rounds, throw down that pallet, and he has another bomb ready to utilize. We'll be utilizing the mud bomb to slow down this Hunter and make it to the double pallet here next to Christmas tree. Waiting around here at this pallet for the time being. He still has one white bomb to utilize, and if he can buy enough time for himself, he could get a possible second firebomb. Is not able to time this bomb right, and will be taking the hit and will be going down for the first time. Hunter will be picking up and carrying him here at the walls next to Christmas tree. XMX already getting ready to come for the rescue. It is the mercenary, and we can't see Prisoner has wanted order, but Prisoner is pretty far away inside of factory. It looks like Hunter will be able to find XMX hiding behind the obstacles, and he will utilize his elbow pad to get closer to the chair before getting hit, and will be able to get there before half. Still not a lot of time, but enough time. We'll be able to get the save before half with Ty Turner. Hunter will be going and trying to down this acrobat for the second time. Acrobat transitioning away, has another red bomb, and that is his last bomb, so it looks like he will use it to make it to the pallet. Was not able to get avoid the hit, and it will be going down here for the second time. It looks like he threw the pallet. He was on the wrong side of the pallet. This happens quite a lot when you're in a rush and you have to go against a Hunter such as the Opera Singer, or maybe he was playing to pallet stun and she wasn't inside of the pallet. And yeah, we'll be chaired in the same chair next to Christmas tree. Prisoner once again has wanted order, but he's very far and safe away from this Hunter. We can see a lot of progress on all 5 Cypher machines because they do have the Prisoner who has the connected Cypher machine. 487 coming in here for the save. It is the Fire Investigator. He does not have Ty Turner, and it doesn't look like he's committed. He's staying very far away from the chair in this corner walls. Yeah, so it looks like the Hunter will be avoiding the hit by blocking the Hunter off with the inflatable airbag. XMX attempting to make the save, isn't able to make the save. Hunter blinking and also getting a hit onto the Fire Investigator. Things are looking great for this Opera Singer. And it looks like Finn is just trying to stay alive here at this pallet. Hunter is closing the distance. He wasn't able to block her off. He will be going down here for the first time. Mercenary at half health. Prisoner the only survivor at full health. And the Hunter now bringing the Fire Investigator to the chair for the first time. Not being able to get those backdoor saves really hurts the side of the survivors, because that means the Hunter is free to chase another survivor and chair them. We'll be getting rid of the second inflatable airbag. Now the Fire Investigator does not have any items to work with. XMX is at half health. The connected cipher here will be broken by the Opera Singer. Second cipher machine not quite finished, is going to be connecting a different cipher machine and working on 2 cipher machines. It doesn't look like XMX is going to be approaching this chair anytime soon. The pallets are destroyed. He doesn't have any items. Things are looking very dark for the side of the survivors. Hunter is going to slowly go closer to no. It looks like the XMX will be coming in for the tinnitus. Hunter has seen the survivor. It can also see the blood trails of this mercenary. A little mind games here at the pallet. Hunter catches up incredibly quickly and downs this mercenary. He's too far off from the chair to go for this rescue. And it looks like the Hunter will be going for Jelly next. The Fire Investigator is returning to the manor. She just needs to do the slugging method. The cipher machines, all the three cipher machines, all last 3 cipher machines have quite a lot of progress, but not enough survivors to prime them and finish them up. So the Hunter will be running into the Prisoner, is able to use the stun to get the wonderful job, able to throw down this pallet without getting injury, but is stuck in this area. Hunter returning to a remnant. He used Flywheel, but the Hunter was patient and was able to get the injury onto the survivor. Mercenary still hasn't healed himself up, and a lot of windows here for the survivor to work with. Hunter is closing the distance, has a lot of remnants, is able to throw down this pallet, Prisoner doing a very good job not going down while throwing down this pallet, and is going to get that vault. Hunter is going to go around, and the last pallet here in this area will be, oh never mind, it wasn't broken, the other one wasn't broken, but it's a very close distance. Hunter can catch up really quickly, throwing the cloak and baiting the survivor, getting him on the other side of this pallet. Will be going back towards the mercenary. Mercenary is most likely primed, but is waiting to heal himself up, possibly looking for the dungeon escape in the most dire circumstances if it comes to that situation. Hunter is now looking for this mercenary. He is hiding in the corner walls, but he hasn't gotten much distance, so the hunter will be able to spot him out incredibly fast. Is going to be carrying him, and is she going to chair him and quickly go to the prisoner? It is mercenary's first chair, so that won't be a bad method, but ZETA Hunter just doing an excellent job. Game 1 got that 4 elimination. Game 2 is a potential 4 elimination. Is going to be chairing the mercenary. He has a very long chair time, so it wouldn't be a big problem for the hunter just to go ahead and chair this mercenary. And it looks like she's run into Jelly once again. Can Jelly be able to kite long enough? Was able to stun this hunter, blink and down this prisoner, and that's a 4-man elimination once again for ZETA Hunter.
Whilst
Hunter going against ZETA survivors, it will be Opera Singer on Leo's memory. Hunter in her shadow form already making her way towards Hametu, who is the gardener. She does have that protective bubble in the first 50 seconds of the game. It looks like she will be committing to the survivor first. The survivor with the full kiting build actually is the magician, but it looks like the hunter wants this gardener first. And gardener has made it to the first floor without getting injured, and with that bubble still intact, is making her way towards this pallet. Will be able to throw down that pallet for free. Hunter did swing and get rid of the bubble. She's making her rounds outside of the factory. Hunter is closing in, but she's able to make it to the window before the hunter and is able to transition back inside. With the pallet there is gone, Hunter returning to her remnant, and that allows Hametu to go straight back to this window and is able to get that window vault once again. Hunter will be going right through this window. Oh, she's going to utilize a bubble and go right through that window once again. The bubble will be running out soon here as she's making her way to the second floor. Will be taking the hit for the first time, giving her a speed boost to make it to the window inside of second story. Hunter back inside her shadow form is able to make it through, and Hunter is going to blink right through and close the distance right away, closing it on the survivor, misses her swing and is able to get her on the second swing, downing the survivor for the first time. Cypher Machine's looking pretty normal, average at 80%, 70%, and 60. Did I say 20? 67%. And oh my goodness, the basement is here, so the hunter will be able to chair this gardener inside of basement. So the goal for the ZETA survivors is get a 1-man escape, since the ZETA Hunter was able to get that 4-man escape in the first half. So they may actually just sell and knock over the safe, but Shinami is coming in for the rescue. It is the mercenary. Will he just feed Tinnitus, or will he commit to the safe? It looks like he is running towards the basement. He is coming in for this rescue. Hunter trying to do a job down here, utilizes his elbow pad, is able to make it to the basement. It's being very patient, takes a normal hit, gets a safe before half with Ty Turner. The gardener will be leaving immediately. The hunter, not looking for a double down situation, isn't able to get the hit onto the gardener, is now able to get the hit onto the gardener, but is she going to go back down and down this mercenary? No, she's not. She's committed to downing and getting rid of this gardener first. 2 Cypher Machines, however, have been completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 67, the 4th Cypher Machine at 45, and the 5th Cypher Machine at 16% will be able to chair the gardener for the second time, this time outside of this basement. We see Kazuneko is already in this corner, ready for the rescue, is feeding the hunter Tinnitus. Hunter doesn't know where the survivor is because she never got the chance to look around, and it looks like the hunter will be looking in the wrong places, returning to the remnant, seeing if the survivor is closer to the chair. Will she check the walls area? It doesn't look like she will. She is closing in. The double pallet area is still not able to see the survivor. It is the acrobat, and he also does have Ty Turner. I believe they'll still go for this rescue because they want just to buy enough time for the decoding. Is going to utilize his red bomb and get the save, getting the hit onto the Gardener right away. However, no hit on the Acrobat. Is the Hunter gonna go for more? He is able to get the hit onto the Acrobat, throwing down this pallet, but he did already get hit. Now the Hunter just needs to track down this Gardener before she can make it away too far away. It looks like she's changing targets, not going for that double down situation. She doesn't want to end up losing this Gardener. That would be incredibly good for the side of the survivors. Will be able to chair this Gardener for the third and final time, returning her to the manor. However, Cypher Machine's looking incredibly good. We have 4 completed Cypher Machines. The last Cypher Machine, however, is quite lacking. Hunter needs to pressure these Cypher Machines. We have 3 Cypher Machines, 1 inside of the factory, nobody is there. We have 1 in the middle outer walls area next to Moongate, and it doesn't look like the survivors are there. We see the corner Cypher next to Moongate is being worked on. Now the survivors are leaving, and the Hunter is trying to look for her next target. She will be running into Kazuneko. We can also see the dungeon is in this area. Isn't able to see her. Okay, does see the blood trails now, but we have 3 pallets here to work with. Will the Hunter be going all the way around? A lot of remnants left over. Has the black bomb. Hunter goes back to the brown remnant, allowing the Acrobat to stay alive much longer. Hunter will be breaking this pallet. Acrobat switching up the bomb colors. He still has a black bomb to utilize. Hunter will be breaking this pallet as well. He needs to get out of this area. He only has 1 more pallet to work with at the middle walls here, and it looks like he's going to be holding his bomb until the Hunter approaches. Is able to get the bomb and avoid the Hunter, but all caught out here. Not much to do. Will be going down for the first time. Meanwhile, the last Cypher Machine is being primed at 75%. It looks like it's going to be the end game. Is Hunter going to switch? Yep, he's going to be changing trump card, going to teleport, going to factory gate. It's the Magician at full health. Will be taking a hit here. He still has 3 Magician sticks, magic sticks to work with, so it's not a bad situation. We do see the backdoor save by the Mercenary on the Acrobat. It looks like Magician will be transitioning down the stairs and going outside of the factory. The survivors are pushing a new Cypher Machine. They're not going to go to that 83% Cypher Machine. Is able to down this Magician. Mercenary holding a pocket watch and 2 elbow pads. Both items. Is he possibly bringing the item towards the chair? We're not sure, but it does look like Kazuneko is priming up that Cypher Machine at 73%. Mercenary going around towards the shack, possibly going for a backdoor rescue. Kazuneko taking the kite once again, but the pallets here are all gone, so he's gonna have to transition outside of walls towards the one. Oh, as another firebomb is able to land onto the Hunter. Now she needs to wait. She can't go into shadow form and close the distance. Is going to be going right to a remnant and is able to get the down onto the Acrobat, but another backdoor save by the Mercenary. It's gonna be a back and forth until the Cypher Machine is primed, but now the Hunter doesn't have teleport, so it does look like she's going to have to wait and try to snuff out this rescue. Hunter is going to, is she going to leave and go towards Dolisu? No, it doesn't look like that is the case. She's leaving a lot of remnants at Moongate. And she does have tinnitus, so she knows there's a rescuer coming in for the save. A backdoor save while the Hunter is a little far off from the chair. She wasn't able to catch the survivor. Cypher Machines are primed. As the Mercenary has a pocket watch, Hunter is leaving. She's going for the Acrobat. Acrobat's transitioning to the pallet outside of shack. Hunter going back to her remnant. Cypher Machines have not been primed yet. They're waiting for the opportune moment. Hunter is going for the Mercenary. Mercenary does have borrowed time, so he can go for this hit. Is going to be getting the hit onto the Mercenary. They're still waiting. Okay, now they're going to pop the Cypher Machine. It's endgame. 3 survivors up and running. 2 survivors injured. Kazuneko opening up the Christmas tree gate. Mercenary waiting at the shack, and where is the... Oh, is going to get the down while getting that vault. Hunter is just going to leave and make sure this exit gate isn't being opened, but it's Kazuneko and he's the Acrobat. He has slowed gate opening, so now the Hunter is able to change targets and go for this Acrobat next. Is the Acrobat going to last long enough for the opposite exit gate to be open? Hunter was not able to get the hit onto him at this pallet. Will be breaking his pallet, so he can't loop. He's going to utilize his white bomb to make it to the second pallet without getting hurt. Is able to make it over, and the Hunter is going to break both pallets here. Now he needs to leave this area. He has no items to work with, and it looks like he's going to be going down here in this corner, but the Magician has already opened Moongate. Hunter's going to teleport to Moongate, but that's a one-man escape so far. Oh, he hasn't actually left. He is waiting for the Mercenary. Mercenary has gotten back up. Hunter still has detention, so he will still be going down to this hit, and Hunter's going towards Shack, where she thinks the Mercenary is, but isn't able to find him. He's gone around the back. Hunter isn't able to see the blood trail. Okay, she does now see his blood trail. Is going to go back to her remnant and try to cut Shinami off from getting to the Moongate. But if she buys too much time, Acrobat has gotten up. All 3 survivors are half injured, but they've all gotten up. She needs to go and she needs to down a survivor quickly. Shinami's almost at the exit gate. My goodness, is he gonna make it? He made the power vault, but the Hunter is cut off. The Magician was trying to get an illusion to take the hit for him, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Acrobat's back up. The exit gate is open, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of ZETA survivors.
いう展開はあったんですけれども、そこからのまたじゃあ家具を貯めてって問題ないよね、オペラに稼げるよねっていうので、もう一人一人が解読する
忍者です。それでも押して
くれるんじゃないかなっていう期待がありますので、
イコメロディの忍者。
ZETA Hunter going against Wolf survivors. It will be Hermit on Moonlit River Park. It looks like he's heading towards Jelly. Did he make the connections on the Cypher machines? We weren't able to see it because we don't know when the stream started, but seeing that none of the charges are on the survivors and they're all decoding, it probably means there wasn't any connections made. Hunter is now checking the connections and will be connecting these Cypher machines. Oh, taking away the connections. And it looks like Mercenary and Novelist have, oh, not just Novelist, Mercenary has the red charge. Hunter going towards the Mercenary XMX. It looks like he was going to get a free charge on the survivor by connecting these Cypher machines. Very interesting strategy. We haven't seen that before. Have we seen that before? Maybe I just don't remember. It looks like the Mercenary will be kiting here at the corner of the double palace. Hunter is not going to connect any other Cypher machines, is going to use his elbow pad to go around the back, but the Hunter didn't see him yet, is not able to get the blue charge. This walking backlight trick isn't going to be fooling XMX anytime soon, and he's just staying apart. Oh, second elbow pad straight towards the outside of walls. Hunter will be able to stun him and will be getting the first injury onto the Mercenary, and is going to get the blue charge. No, he's not. He avoided the blue charge with the orb and will be able to avoid getting hit here, waiting at this pallet, very patient, but it was just, the Hunter was just waiting for his charges to be back up. He's going to change and wait for the cooldown for his charge. Oh no, he's not. He doesn't have to. He took the vault and he is able to get the down onto the Mercenary. However, it is a Hermit, but since his Cypher machines were not connected, that also means a lot of Cypher decoding on the side of the survivors. He will now be connecting the Cyphers, and chairing the Mercenary is chaired. But there's no pallets here. He's broken almost all of them, and the Mercenary threw down most of them down. We do see D-King is coming in for the rescue. It is the barmaid. We need to make sure that the barmaid doesn't go down. Oh, we see the Weeping Clown also coming around the back. Hunter noticed both of the survivors, so he's aware. We'll be taking a free hit onto the Weeping Clown, and the Mercenary will get rescued. The stun on the Weeping Clown, the health drink on the Mercenary. Will the Mercenary have enough time to get away and heal himself up? Hunter will be getting rid of the charge once again, and the Mercenary does not have a blue charge, so Hunter stunning the Mercenary will be able to get the down on the Mercenary, unable to heal, and we'll be taking the Mercenary to the chair for the second time. The Hunter is not allowing this Mercenary to share any damage. Jelly is in this area. Will he be able to get the stun? No, he won't. And now the Hunter will be able to chair this Mercenary for the second time. The Hunter once more. He's going for the Weeping Clown. Weeping Clown does have a health drink, but the Hunter stunned him. Oh, he was able to get because he had his damage shared. He didn't go down. He was able to get the health drink. Another backdoor save by the wasn't able to see who it was, but it is XMX is back up and running, has the blue charge on the survivor. Barmaid has a blue charge, so this time he will be able to share the damage. But let's see, it looks like the Hunter was able to stun him. He's still up and running. We have all 3 survivors with the red charge, so he's going to get the blue charge on this Mercenary so that he can't share the charge since the charge changing is on cooldown. Although if he gets it after 30 seconds, he will be able to share the charge. So we'll see if the Mercenary can last long enough. The Mercenary doesn't have any items left, so he will be taking the hit and will be going down. They weren't able to last long enough to share the charge, will be carrying this mercenary for the third and final time. We see 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 55, 5th cipher machine at 55, and the additional cipher machines at 49 and 24%. Hunter is checking the cipher progress. What is he going to do? He has warp up and available now. We see the survivors are pretty healthy and they're all sharing this charge, so they will be able to share this charge, and Hunter will have to see how to navigate this circumstance. It will be oh, he was on the Jelly's on the outside of second story. Hunter is so close, but he wasn't able to see the survivor. Great job on the side of the survivors feeding tinnitus. Hunter will be changing targets to 487 in the bridge cipher machine. Will be trying to catch him off guard. Is able to get the stun on him. Shared charge. So now all the survivors are around half health. Hunter's now chasing and committing to 487. It is the novelist, and he does have a book available, so he can potentially get a pallet stun. If he doesn't get stunned anytime soon, he's going to switch inside of the pallet, is able to get the pallet stun, and he is going to be getting away for now. The survivors all have blue charges. They're going to be able to share another hit. They just want to finish up. They're going to try to let 487 stay alive as long as possible and prime up the last cipher machines, which is a very likely possibility. You see the 4th cipher machine at 95%, the last cipher machine at 88%, so it's looking like a very good possibility for the survivors. 4 cipher machines popped, 487 is still up and running. However, it looks like the survivor is going to get the blue charge, and the charge change is on cooldown, so the novelist will be going down here. Cipher machines are primed. Are they going to pop it? They're going to pop it, but it was a little delayed because it wasn't quite ready, but it looks like they're all sharing the red charge. Hunter has, we have the flip, and these pallets. Now he's transitioning away. Hunter can catch up pretty quickly with his teleportation orb, but it is on cooldown. Yeah, it is on cooldown, so he won't be able to do so. Both exit gates are being opened. The Jelly is taking the rocket, using the rocket to get the novelist out of there. They're going towards the opposite side of the map. Hunter is catching up. Is he going to get the charge onto these survivors? Is able to get the blue charge onto the 487, and Jelly is able to get the flywheel on the barmaid, avoiding the hit, and it looks like the exit gate's almost open. Hunter's gonna warp to the exit gate. He's gonna get the stun onto the barmaid. Barmaid is gonna go down, and he's gonna be able to cheer the barmaid. Exit gate's not open. Jelly and 487 are running into different directions. This one move has changed. That one warp has changed the entire game. The exit gate was almost open. Jelly hiding at 4th stop. 487 going to the opposite side of this map. They're looking for a one-man escape. I mean, the detention's there. They can't share any more damage. Hunter's gonna throw a blue charge at that exit gate so that they can't even approach it. Jelly is going to be leaving now, getting tinnitus disappearing, so now the Hunter knows the survivor is going for the end game. The dungeon is, where is the dungeon? It looks like it's in, doesn't know, in this, at working carousel walls, and Jelly is coming back. Hunter getting rid of the charge on the exit gate so that they can't give any opening on the opposite, transfer the gate opening progress on the other gate. Hunter is able to fight Jelly. He still has detention, is able to get the blue charge on the weaving clown. Gonna be able to stun him. He's gonna be able to stun him. He stunned the weeping cloud. He's down, and that's a one-man escape for the side of Wolf survivors.
頭を使わせる系のハンターでもあると思いますので、そういったところですけれども、もうそれはさせないという異形の精度と使われての1、2ゲーの価値よりも。
Wolves Hunter going against ZETA survivors. It's Hermit on Moonlit River Park. Is he going to be setting up the connections ahead of time? Yes, he is. And if we see the persona web for the Hunter, you can see that it's incredibly aggressive. He has detention, insolence, and teleport, which means he doesn't have a trait to help him down a survivor quickly. However, he does have insolence to get presence quickly, so I mean, there is a lot of pressure on Wolves. They need to at least tie this round to continue, and that means he needs to get a 3-man elimination just to tie. And of course they would want to get that 5 elimination to win, but it is round 3, and it's much harder with these hunters since the survivors are very good at countering them. Regardless of what the hunter is, it does look like Kazuneko is doing a very good job avoiding getting any charge on him, and the hunter will be looking at the cipher progress. It's not going to be changing the charges on the connections yet. Kazuneko avoiding the hunter's charges. It looks like he's going to be able to utilize his jetpack to get on the other side of the platform. Hunter is going to be taking the charges out, and let's see, reconnecting them. Is he going to be teleporting to a different survivor? Yes, he will. He's going to be teleporting to Hametu, the Antiquarian. She's kind of caught off guard here, will be eating the first hit, but she did have that same charge shared by 2 other survivors, so not a lot of injury onto this Antiquarian. Is able to throw down this pallet and avoid getting stunned. She does have the blue charge. It's being shared by the prisoner, and she will be able to make it to this pallet and transition and continuously loop around these walls. She does have the she also flywheel to make it to this pallet faster and get that vault. Hunter will be breaking these pallets so she can stop looping this area. We'll be doing the walking backlight water trick. Red light trick, not water, and she's still utilizing. She gets this charge stun and is able to injure this survivor, but she did share the charge with the prisoner, and it looks like she will be at half health. Hunter suddenly changing targets once again, going for Shinami. No, Kazuneko once again. He still has 1 jetpack to utilize, so he's not completely out of items. Hunter is getting ready to get the charge onto the survivor, but he's at full health, so it looks like he just plans on injuring all of the survivors. Is able to push Hunter back with his last jetpack and the upper propel, making his way to the platform. He is going to be dropping right down, just making it very hard for Hunter to land his charges with his stick, and is going to finally be able to land the charge onto this airplanist, but he goes onto the roller coaster, and he will be taking the roller coaster to the next stop. Hunter will be dropping down, looking at the charges on the map. He's going to be changing the charges around. Where is he going to go next? We have teleportation is back up, but he hasn't downed any of the survivors. 2 cipher machines will be completed very soon. The 3rd cipher machine with so much progress, 86. 4th cipher machine with 62 progress, and she still hasn't downed the survivors. He will be utilizing his teleportation orb to land next to Kazuneko. Is able to get the stun on him and finally get another hit onto the airplanist, but he's not down yet. He needs to down these survivors. Things are looking very good for the survivors. So much progress. No one's chaired. Hunter is struggling and is able to get the blue charge, but not able to stun the survivor. He's on the roller coaster again. He's at the 3rd stop, and he's waiting for Kazuneko. Is he able to get the terror shock? And he's able to down this airplanist. Finally, the first down. We have 2 ciphers completed. 3rd cipher machine at 96. 4th cipher machine at 69. 5th cipher machine at 58%. But this is the first chair, so things are starting to look incredibly dangerous for the side of Wolves. He needs to get this 3-man elimination just to tie up round 3, and he is struggling. Hunter is now going towards Hametu, who is working on that cipher machine inside of tent. The pallets are already thrown down. Wasn't able to get that blue stun. Shinami is making his way towards the chair. It is a Gravekeeper, and it looks like he will be able to make his way next to the chair. He has the red charge shared with all 3 survivors, and it looks like he's going to be able to get the stun and gets the hit, and he gets the save before half with Tide Turner. 3rd cipher machine is popped. 4th cipher machine 92, 5th cipher machine 81. He needs to quickly down Kazuneko, but he was saved with Tide Turner, so no, he wasn't. Yes, he was. He shared the charge, so the prisoner has gone down now. Hunter's going to be teleporting to the 10th cipher machine. Survivors already left, and Gravekeeper is in his shovel form, so it looks like the prisoner needs to self-heal quickly and connect the cipher machines and finish up a few of the cipher machines so the survivors can prepare for endgame. Is able to hit him outside of his shovel. None of the survivors have any charges. They can't share any more charges or there will be a lot of downs. Looks like he isn't able to stun this survivor. Is going back into his shovel form, hit out of his shovel form, and it looks like a lot of the survivors are injured. Now they have to be very careful. We have 4 cipher machines, however, already completed. The last cipher machine, 99% is the endgame. They stopped the cipher machines. We see 2 survivors have been healed. The remaining 2 survivors are still injured. Hunter will be getting the stun onto this Antiquarian and will be able to get the hit, but it was shared, I believe. And it looks like the exit gates are being opened up. Hunter needs to start going to the exit case, but he doesn't have teleport. It's on cooldown at 38 seconds, and the Hunter is trying to get the stun onto Hamitu. Hamitu buying so much time. Has the blue charge on the Antiquarian. Needs to stun her. Oh my goodness, she's using her stick to disarm this Hunter. Avoided the second stick. The survivors are out. All the dungeons open. The 3-man escape, and that's a win for the side of ZETA. Congratulations on becoming the COA champions.
ChoAi は持ち上げるしかない。破滅を逃がすのか。いやー、自身のプライド最後まで叩き切った。